Welcome to Creativity TV.
On today's show, designer Jo Austin shows us a great inlaid dry embossing technique using embossing folders, the Sizzix Big Shot and the Papermania typography stamps.
Roll VT.
The card that I want to show you today, we're going to be using the new typography stamps that have just come out from docrafts. We've got really large numbers which are about 4 inches in size, and I love the fact that they're really big because that means that you can cut it out and do different techniques with them. We've also got the sentiment stamps that you can get in a wide range of different greetings and things like that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take my stamp off the acrylic and pop it onto my block. Now I've got 2 pieces of paper. One's a little bit of brown card and the other piece is out of the Happy Birthday paper set. I'm going to use corresponding colours to ink up my stamps. So because I'm stamping on green, I'm going to stamp in a darker green from the Papermania dye-based stamp sets. So when we've inked up your stamp, what we need to do is just pop it onto a bit of paper. Don't rock your stamp, just press it down very gently and we're left with a really nice crisp outline. So we're just going to repeat that again with the brown ink. Now I don't need an outline that's too dark on this one because it's just going to act as a shadow for my numbers. So again, just stamp it on. So the next thing that I'm going to do is just take my scissors and just cut it out. It makes it very easy to cut out those letters and your words because they're really large. The next thing that I'm going to do is just take a piece of white card and I'm going to take my sentiment stamp and I'm going to stamp this out as well. So we're just going to place that onto our block and then just ink it up in the brown ink so it all matches together and stamp it onto your card. Really lovely fine outlines. I've then got a range of different Papermania pens and I'm just going to colour in my image. So these are out of the pastel set and I can just colour in the image very quickly, just going around. So this is what it looks like when it's been cut out, and you can see there I've got a little bit of glittering on there as well, which I've just done with some glitter glue. So what I'm going to do now is just take the numbers that we've cut out. I've put a little bit of adhesive on the back and we're just going to stick it into position onto the card. Now the brown one is your shadow, so when we stick the green one on, we just need to bring it just slightly across and down from where the brown one is, just so it looks a little bit more dimensional. We're then going to put that whole section into an embossing folder. Now this embossing folder is a Forever Friends one, and it's the one with the little yachts, but obviously you can use any embossing folder you like. I just really like this one for a young boy's card. So we're just going to pop the card in there, close it over the top. Now if I have it this way, without the image on the top, it's going to be debossed, which means when I come to file it down, most of this card is going to be white. So if you close the folder and it looks like that, all we need to do is just turn it around and pop it on so you can see the image at the top and the numbers underneath. I'm then going to take my Big Shot and I'm going to take the tab 2 and just put that through the Big Shot first. Your folder won't go through if you leave tab 2 down. You can also take tab 1 down if you want as well, but I'm going to leave that so I've got some really nice deep embossing. So I'm going to pop my plate underneath, put my embossing folder on the top and the plate on the top of that, and then we can work this through. Now when we take it out, what this is going to do is to inlay that embossing into the design of your card. So you've got a nice embossed look all across the front. So what I'm going to do next is pop this down onto my working surface and I'm going to take a nail file and just file off the top edge of that design of paper. Now you'll see the white core of your paper starting to come through. I'm then going to take a fairly dry baby wipe just to take off that dust. Now if you've got little bits like this that are just lifting up, again we can just put some wet glue because we've already got the embossing on there and stick it back on the top. What I'm going to do then is just tear across the bottom of my card. What I've done on the card blank is I've just got a little bit of raffia and I'm just going to tie that into a very loose little knot and just trim the ends. And then this little section here is going to go on the top of there. So we'll just put some little bits of glue just around the outside and a little bit in the middle just to stop it lifting up, and that's just going to sit in position on your card. and that's just going to go at the bottom of his card. Now the only thing that's left to do is to put a little bit of raffia in a button and just use a glue dot on the back of your button just so we can decorate up our number 2.
I think sometimes it can be quite hard to make embossing look vibrant and bold.
Absolutely, and the clear stamps are really versatile too. Why not use them to cut an aperture in a gift box, just like Jo has?
So I just celebrated my daughter's first birthday, so these stamps are going to be perfect to use on her scrapbook pages.
Absolutely. I've made this page using my little girl, Martha, and you can see how the number stamps make really great accents for journaling blogs. Don't forget, you can find details of this and all the other projects you've seen today in the Creativity Club section at docrafts.com.
And don't forget to send us in your projects or even some sneaky tours of your craft room. Until next time.
Happy crafting!